to my home office tour. Hello, it's Cindy here from Your Kids OT. Thanks for joining me here in my home office. This is a much anticipated video as I've been giving sneak peeks of my home office organisation. But just to give you a little bit of context, especially if you're new here, I'm an occupational therapist based here in Sydney, Australia. I work as a mobile therapist, so this room is my home base. I use it for organising all my equipment and my resources, worksheets, books, etc. But no client actually comes into this space. It's in my home, so the equipment in this office, in this room, is also shared with my family. My children use the printer and some of the craft supplies. If you're a new therapist, do not take this as a shopping list. I've acquired all of this equipment, all of these resources over many years of OT practice. I've inherited some of the toys and equipment from my own children as they outgrew things. I've been given equipment, I've been given toys, both by companies who've worked with me as well as friends and family who have also had children who have outgrown things. And I've just acquired things over the years. I do need another big declutter, so I do need to sort through some of my things. But here is a small window of time where I can show you my neat office, because as I use the office through the year, it does get messier. This is not the way that my office looks on a day-to-day basis when in practice. I've acquired all of this stuff over time with the different children that I've worked with. Over the years, I've mainly worked with children in the 4 to 8 years age group, but sometimes I work with children who are older and sometimes I work with children who are younger. So I do have resources that span that. I've also got resources that span a range of therapy interventions. So I have things for young children in terms of developmental delay and play skills, and I have resources for children who are older, some teenage resources, as well as my social emotional regulation resources has grown incredibly over the last few years. Aesthetically, just letting you know that most of this equipment, most of my furniture has been around for a long time. If I was to start from scratch, I would probably choose lighter equipment, but I've got this dark equipment, dark wooden furniture that I've had for many, many years. I painted my desk in about 5 years ago to brighten my room up a bit. As you can see, all these boxes these are just IKEA units. All of these, there's an eclectic mix of colours because it's just things that I've had over the years, because it's for my own personal use. To try and standardise it, last year I used these cardstock pages that are white and printed labels to just brighten the room up a little bit for my own sake. So as I mentioned before, this room is used for mainly just me. So no one actually sees it. I like things organised, so I know where to find things and I know where to put things back. I was given a cricket machine last year as a collaboration that I did with cricket, and so some of the labelling has been made using this machine, but some of the labels are my handwritten labels that I've had also for many years that I haven't had time to replace. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the room. This video will be an overview, and I might deep dive into some things that I have, but if you are interested in knowing more specifically some of the resources that I have, feel free to let me know and I might do some further follow-up videos. I hope you enjoy the tour. So starting on this side of the office, this is a motivational board that I've used over the years for different purposes, and it will probably keep evolving. Currently it's set up as a self-care board. Over here I've got resources that I've used mainly with self-regulation programs and social thinking programs. In these magazine files I have books and curriculum for these various programs. And above it I have some various books that I've acquired over the years. Some of it needs to be reorganized. As a whole, I have my printer and laminator hooked up here, and in the cupboards, the slide drawers underneath, I have personal things which I'm not going to show you. I just have my mat there, and that bag is full of workbooks ready for the year ahead. That's my door with my children's height chart. On this side of the office, I have worksheets and assessment resources. These folders contain some of my more commonly used worksheets and programs. And what I normally do is plan for the week and take a empty folder, empty plastic sleeve, and just put in the resources that I need for that week. Up here I've got printables that I have printed out over the years, and one of my goals for this year is to actually check these folders before I press print on the computer. Up here we've just got my assessment paperwork, my assessment sheets, and I'm moving towards a more online process for some of the assessments, so those sheets are not used as frequently. In the drawers underneath, it's mainly stationery and craft supplies. This is a bit of a crafting station that I have here. So there's a movable trolley with craft supplies. There's a game that doesn't seem to fit anywhere else in my office that I've taken over from my own children. Here's the cricket with these drawers here full of craft supplies, and some with paper, some with vinyl, and just odds and ends. This is a work bag that I tried out last year while I was having some knee issues. It's a good wheelie bag that has 3 wheels that can help you go up and down stairs. I did find it a bit noisy, so I haven't used it as much as my knee has improved. I love using loose parts in my therapy sessions for all sorts of things, including letter formation, fine motor skills, handwriting, and I like being able to see what I have so that I know what I can quickly get for a therapy session or to plan for the week ahead. Inside of the office I have pretend play and baby toys and developmental toys, a variety of posting boxes and construction toys. And then as we move this way, this column has shapes, alphabet related equipment, sentences and stories, and numbers. And this group has writing tools, visual motor games, threading, and visual perceptual activities including puzzles. Then I have some fine motor skills and Play-Doh equipment, as well as games, lots of fine motor games. I have some books and some social emotional resources, and just a miscellaneous drawer. I've got some of my planners and diaries here, some sensory motor equipment and sensory bin gear. I have I've made a miscellaneous cupboard which just has folders and laptop stands, etc. And Osmo and assessment resources. And just on this side I have some of my camera gear and my therapy bags that I use, my degree to show you that I really am an OT, a messy notice board that I have at the top here, and just some things that I've collected. This one I plan to reuse, it's actually empty. And here is a brain craft and Axel's in there, who I use for my neat writing challenges, and a wind-up toy. So let me know if there's something specific you would like to see in my OT room. I'll just show you one drawer I have. I love using magazine files for organisation, but I also like using smaller containers. So here are some smaller containers with my fine motor equipment and some of the games and resources that I have here. So the lighting from this might not be great, but I do get some natural light from my windows just in front of my desk. And I have my camera equipment set up, as my desk is also my filming space. I can pull out that center drawer to use for overhead shots. And I also have a under desk companion who just likes to keep me company. If you've been following me for a little while, you'll know, or if you just scroll back through some of my stories and videos, you'll know some of the gross motor equipment that I have as well: peanut ball, therapy ball, balance boards, etc. And as a mobile therapist, I need to be able to carry what I have. So I store some of the bigger equipment in my garage so that I can pop it into my car just before I leave. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this home office tour. Let me know if you want to see anything more specifically, and happy organising. I hope I've inspired you to organise your space as well.